Welcome. The story I have for you today helps you prepare for Thanksgiving. There once was a man who saved the lives of lots of strangers called pilgrims. Now, these pilgrims came on the Mayflower, a big ship from England all the way to our shores here. And in 1620, when they arrived, it wasn't like they had expected. The plants were different here, the animals were different, the weather was different, and the Native Americans who already lived there were different for them too. And they worried about starving during the winter because they didn't know how to live in an unknown land like this. Well, luckily, a Patuxent Native American by the name of Squanto rescued them. He taught them how to live off the land so that they wouldn't starve. He introduced them to maize, a kind of old corn. He taught them how to plant it and when. Did you know that you are to plant maize when the oak bud bursts and when the oak leaf is as small as the size of a mouse's ear? I didn't know that, and the pilgrims did not know that either. Did you know that he also taught them how to fish for herring? And he taught them to take the herring and dig a hole, place the fish in the hole, take a kernel of corn, place it on top, cover it up with dirt, and later a wonderful, healthy plant would grow with lots of corn on it. I didn't know that, and the pilgrims didn't know that either. He also taught them a very interesting thing, how to catch eels out of the river mud in the spring and how to catch them through the winter ice. I would have never thought of doing that. Did you? Squanto also had something that was even better. He spoke English, and because he spoke English, he could talk with the other Indians, introduce them to the pilgrims so that they could be friends and live in peace. The pilgrims were so grateful to Squanto and all that he taught them and all the new friends that they had made because of him. Well, they decided to throw a party, and they partied for 3 days. You see, they invited the Native Americans to come, and 90 Indian braves came. And they didn't come empty-handed either. They brought things like venison, which is deer meat, and they brought wild turkey and other kinds of meat, and they added that with the dishes that the pilgrims had made out of this amazing maize and squash and bean and other items. They told stories, they played games, and they even sang psalms, which were psalms of praise and thankfulness from the Old Testament. It was a glorious time of celebration. Today, we call that very party Thanksgiving. And it's a time when we get together with relatives and we're thankful for our family and friends, but we're mostly thankful to God and all that He has provided, for He is the giver of all life. Now, as I think about Thanksgiving, I wonder how you will celebrate Thanksgiving this year. Wouldn't it be great to share some of the things that you have with people who are hungry and need their stomachs to be filled? Wouldn't it be great if you brought in some canned food that we can share with those in our community that are worried about having enough to eat? Then we could be helpful, just like Squanto was to the Indians. And then all of us could be thankful together. Amen?